Last time on Band of Bothers, our intrepid adventurers left Castle Mutton and went on the road. They encountered a necrodancer, or more specifically, a dirge bard who was raising the dead for one last dance so that they could go on in peace.
A dirt bard.
Snork, our little goblin fire mage, was there as well, enjoying the dance. Alpheus was all too keen to join in on the dance. Everyone else decided to get away as quickly as possible, which resulted in a fairly comedic car/chariot race.
Cart.
Oh,
Cart.
I was going to say, we've skipped a few centuries.
Yeah, we moved subtly to Mad Max.
I got shot in the chest.
You're still alive, aren't you?
Just about.
Then it was hilarious.
You got better.
But Snork eventually caught up with you guys and joined your team.
It was
Yes.
interesting.
Hello and welcome to Band of Bothers, an actual play Pathfinder podcast. I am Stephen, the GM of this game and host of this podcast, and with me today I have the ever lovely Tuamus.
Hello.
And who are you playing today?
I'm playing Barlam, the kind of middle-aged rogue.
You can't call him a rogue though. He gets a bit testy about that.
Well.
We also have Josephine. Who are you playing today?
Hello, I'm playing Frida, the half-elf druid, with my companion Teapot.
And what is this teapot you speak of?
My lioness.
Okay.
No, she's just got a teapot.
Yeah.
She's imagining, she puts, you know when you got tea cozies on it? It's that of a lion. It's not a real lion.
She throws it at the enemy and it's actually remarkably effective.
Just hits him and knocks him out.
She's like, yes, animal companion, win!
Dong! God, it's like lead.
And we have Edgar.
Hello, my name's Edgar, or Ed for short. I'm playing Alpheus, the Animus Wolf Shaman Druid. I've got Snuffles with me as well, who is a wolf.
Shocking. A wolf shaman has a wolf. Huh.
Yeah, I know. It was short.
And our wonderful new player who hasn't decided to leave after the first session, which is good, but means we hadn't scared him off, Pete.
Hello, how are you?
You meant to tell us who you're playing.
Oh, yes.
You just heard everyone else do it.
I thought you introduced us. Oh, no. Yes, hello, I'm Pete.
I do it differently each time.
I'm Pete. I play a psychopath. No, what the hell do I play?
You're a goblin.
I play Snork the Goblin. And he's a little fire bugger thing. He's just constantly on fire.
He's a fire sorcerer.
Yes.
And
he likes to set things on fire with saucepans.
And who is your familiar?
I have a little bantam chicken, and his name is Beaker. I was waiting for that.
All right. We find ourselves setting up camp for the second night. The bard has decided to part ways because he still had to keep that party train going. Yeah, and you had the feast with him as well. He cast a spell, so you all had a lovely meal before he went.
It was rather delicious, I will say, yes. The roasted rat was rather scrumptious.
That was of your own making.
I made a rat?
No, you scorched a rat and you claimed it was part of the feast and we let you eat it because it was silly.
You let me eat it, or you watched and laughed?
Considering all the animals around here are eldritch abominations, they're probably watching and hiding.
If there's a Magic the Gathering lore or setting bit, called it Eldrazi, an eldritch rat be Eldrazi. For our all Magic playing viewers out there, laugh on command now. You don't play Magic and you're not viewers.
No, not the Tidus laugh.
What are we laughing at?
A nerd joke. Nerd.
He said to laugh, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, how is the party reacting to the fact that you now have this crazy goblin running around the place?
Barlam's trying to actively bury that into the deepest part of his mind. As a part of his imagination.
He's gone into a Great Depression.
Does that mean there's something at the back there that Barlam had an incident with a goblin years back?
Are you curled up in a corner just going, he's not real, he's not real, he's not real? real.
No, more like smoking a pipe and yammering, you know.
You being a grumpy old man.
These kids are gonna be the death of me.
Back in my day, goblins were frowned upon.
I don't even believe they pay taxes and all.
Alpheus would be kind of, I guess, welcoming him because he still is convinced he was a goblin. Even though he wasn't, but he's still convinced.
It's a dog. Anyone who does not hit him, he welcomes. He's just
he's quite loyal like that.
No. I'm just saying that he's not too selective, as we've seen before.
That's true.
Ooh, cultists.
Accepting food off of strangers.
Yeah.
Ooh, weird grannies. Ooh,
food.
And Frida, how are you reacting to this strange little goblin that seems to have now joined you?
I'm really unsure.
Yeah, Finnegan doesn't really have any of the Rosagraz goblins, so you probably haven't really had any experience with them. At least not a positive experience, I guess.
Yeah, and it's just like I'm just sitting on the opposite side of the goblin. Well, I'm not going to be rude, but it's just...
You're just glaring at him.
I'm not glaring, I'm just keeping to myself because I don't know what you are.
But I'm keeping Ed entertained with fire spells. He's just like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
He did make setting up the campfire very easy.
Yeah. Put too much grease on it.
We just got basically a bonfire then,
You summer children know nothing about fire and grease.
No, really don't.
Anyway.
Oh, I was just going through spells. Right. That's an interesting one. Spider climb.
Yes, it allows you to basically Spider-Man up walls.
It's Spider-Man's cousin, Spider Climb.
Yeah.
Spider what?
That might be useful.
Oh, Spider climb.
It's one of those spells that's useful if you're going spelunking, if you're in a big forest, or if you're in an urban sprawl. Right now you're kind of in farmland,
yeah.
So I'm not sure what you're going to spider climb up. You can spider climb up Alpheus, I guess.
Also, if you want to run and jump onto a cart in a hurry and you can't grasp it, but you might touch it,
stick to it.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
It'd be like throwing one of those little sticky ball things at things, like go down windows.
If you really don't want to get off the ground like a resisting dog, you can just spider climb the ground, and you can also climb on top of monsters. And
would that make you really good at thievery?
That makes
you... sorry, I accidentally touched your wallet there. Oh, it's on my hand now, it's mine.
I'd repeat the comment about summer children, but I already said it, so just use your imagination. Being a spider is cool.
I'm sure it is. Is that from experience, being a spider?
Yep.
Do you often sit in the corner of rooms and go, these people look annoying tonight?
No, I often sit at corners of rooms and be afraid of people and eat smaller bugs and climb around freely.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
He does have a very hard time getting out of bathtubs, though.
Yeah, that's true, because I don't have a bathtub, so it's really hard to get out of one.
That was a decision. You decided not to have a bathtub because it was really hard to get out of them.
He keeps slipping.
Just the sight of one and he gets PTSD.
Okay, anyway, so if there's nothing you guys want to or need to do overnight, we will...
sleep.
Are we sitting on what?
Yeah, I was just about to say, we're going to assign watch duty. Someone will have to watch Alpheus.
I'll go and watch first, and I have decided to take up watches because I don't trust goblins inherently.
No.
All right.
Sorry, I don't say that aloud, but you can see it from his face.
Yeah.
You get to sleep, and he starts sharpening his dagger while watching the goblin.
I get some leaves, make a nice big circle like a nest, set it on fire and sleep next to it.
Set what on fire?
The leaves.
The leaves, the little nest I made. I was going to make a ring round myself, then set it on fire, and I thought, no, actually, I'm going to sleep next to it.
It is late autumn, early winter now, so leaves are plentiful.
Okay.
Woohoo! I stuffed some in my pocket for later.
So it's like a pyromaniac hedgehog.
As it's the evening, I'm just grooming my cat.
He's not strictly a cat. It's
I'm glad you worded it that way.
Oh, God.
If you call that a cat, you are lying. Ba-dum-ps.
And that was Band of Bothers. Thank you for joining us.
That was a good band of bothering.
Thank you. I shall be writing autographs in 5 minutes.
Just so you know, Pete, your character does have dark vision, so you're actually pretty good at Night Watch. But who's taking... Oh, okay, you guys play amongst yourselves. Food's arrived.
We play with ourselves, fantastic.
Seriously?
That's exactly my thoughts.
I get my magic wand out.
Oh,
I whip mine out too.
No.
One round of wand waggling later.
Did you order Chinese food?
That sounds English to me.
No, we got kebab.
What? I want kebab now.
You know what? I could do with one as well.
What, a kebab?
Yeah, kebab.
Oh, I could murder a kebab.
Don't murder it.
Isn't that the saying?
Yes.
I could murder a curry. They said that in Mort, in the Terry Pratchett book. Death wanted curry, so he said I could murder a curry.
Yeah, it's a phrase. I could murder a something. You can murder anything. It's like insert food item here.
Murder something.
Rat poisoning.
I could murder rat poisoning right now.
I guess Alpheus would take the second watch, maybe?
I'll wake him up before I go.
Is this going to turn into some sort of Band of Bothers, the musical?
Don't leave me hanging there like a yo-yo.
So Alpheus is woken up and does a jig for a brief moment then.
Okay, and who's taking third watch?
I will.
Okay.
Pete!
Me!
I'm going to say that since I kind of made it very clear what happened with Alpheus last time, that Frida will keep watch with Alpheus just to make sure he doesn't go accepting food from strangers again.
No.
Yes.
But free food.
Fair enough.
And accepting strange old women into your camp.
Well, that could be a plus. You never know.
Twermus, Ed, and Pete, could you all roll a d20, please?
Pink.
Wow.
I got a 9. Oh no, I got a 4.
Yeah, I got a 9.
I got a terrible roll.
Yeah.
So, Alpheus, when you're keeping watch, you do notice that there is wildlife around this night, various abominations, though they're fairly small in number at this time, so they are keeping their distance. But you do see that they are keeping a watch. At this time, at least for you, there's nothing really to worry about. Twermus, your watch is first, so when you're keeping watch, you see just a few gathering here
Oh
and
lord,
there.
that styrofoam squeak.
Yeah.
Sorry. You just see a few gathering here or there. They're small, they're keeping their distance. It's nothing really to worry about right now. With Alpheus, though, it starts getting larger in number. So, Alpheus, is there anything that you wish to do before you switch shifts, knowing that they are congregating kind of away from the light of the fire? So they're still hiding in the darkness, but they are congregating.
What kind of creatures are they before I do anything? Specifically, are they like woodland critters? Are they, abominations?
Mostly sheep.
Meh.
In that case, what Alpheus will do is look at them and cast light. I'm going to cast it on the darkness. No, I'm going to cast it on Alpheus's nose again.
Alpheus the red-nosed reindeer.
Yeah.
Okay, so you cast light on your nose, so there is now a second source of light.
Yeah.
They are still keeping away, though, so you're going to settle down back to sleep then?
Yeah, well, it's going to say to Snork just before he settles down, is like, there's a lot of creatures out there. Be careful.
Oh, fire!
Yeah, fire's good.
Yay!
And he goes to sleep.
Okay, Snork, on your watch...
Can I light more fires?
You can do, yes.
Because I'm a very bored goblin. That's probably why I had a really poor roll. I was lighting loads of fires.
Do not feed him after 8 or after midnight, whatever. That works with gremlins.
Oh no.
Snork, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Winter.
Couldn't do that again if I tried. Ready? See?
Okay, you now see half a dozen sheep have gathered. All of them are deformed monstrosities, mockeries of their original form, with various unhinged jaws, molting fur, tentacles sprouted out, their limbs twisted. One appears to be flying, one's like completely lost all of its wool, and they're all looking extremely monstrous in nature. You see them congregating, and now that they feel they have enough, they're moving in. You've seen this happening, though.
Can I, whilst seeing this happen, grease a whole area in front of me, spark it, use my intimidate to push them back, which will hopefully wake the rest of the group up?
An explosion of a grease fire, of course.
I may be a very small goblet, but I do have a brain in there somewhere.
You can light up a 10-foot area with grease, and you've got a 40-foot range on that. So you can definitely put a sizable grease fire between you and the enemy. So I will let you roll Intimidate, and you will get a bonus on that.
12 plus 7.
Don't forget to throw a cup of water into the grease fire.
Okay.
No, but that's an actual thing.
It definitely works. They're backing off, and everyone else wakes up as well.
Guys! Animals!
Why is there fire?
Who lit a massive grease fire? What is happening?
Look! Abominations!
Oh.
Fire everywhere.
Ah, it's hot.
You all see the half a dozen mutated sheep backing away from the fire and making god-awful noises like,
I am the fire god! I'm just going crazy at them. It's part of my intimidate.
Or is it just part of you?
I do not know.
Me neither.
Maybe subconsciously I am a really, really powerful fire god in a goblin's body and I don't know about it yet. Plot twist. No.
My game world doesn't have gods.
Oh, that's super edgy, now that I think about it. All the other fancy worlds are like, if it's not Mad Max or Dark Sun, there's always gods, and you like, my world doesn't have gods.
Got a lot of saints though.
War. War never changes.
War never changes. War has changed.
Anyway, you see this goblin dancing around a fire, making small flames here and there, as half a dozen eldritch sheep are being kept at bay. They're definitely intimidated, but they haven't fled yet.
I will point out, I was going for the whole Wizard of Oz thing, where it's a small guy in a little room at the side, making this massive fire thing in front of everything else.
Barlam just, with his worldly wisdom, points at the fire. If you would have thrown like a bucket of water there, it would have been much more impressive. Like a massive explosion of fire.
Boom! I then put up a water on the fire.
I stand back like 100 feet.
Yeah.
Are you going up to the fire? Because you just said you're going to pour a cup of water. So you're going up to the grease fire and you're going to pour water on it.
I'm going to give it a go with a throw, at least. I mean, it's a water sack. It's like one of his drinking sacks. So when it bursts, it's going to go...
Okay.
Well, I did say there was in there somewhere, that brain. Don't know where.
Just a small sliver of self-preservation there.
It's preserved?
Yeah, your brain might as well be preserved from another goblin. You inherited your brain from your brother.
It's preserved so other goblins don't have to follow my fate.
Could you roll a d20, please?
Shit.
You do manage to throw the water skin into the fire, but it's on your side of the fire as opposed to their side of the fire. So when it bursts and explodes, the flame travels across the water towards you.
Well, shit. Can I dodge it, maybe?
Yes, make a reflex save.
Is that acrobatics or what?
Reflex.
That's Dex modifier plus your thing.
That's +1. Here we go. 17 altogether.
Because you were far enough away, you do manage to avoid taking any actual fire damage from that.
Phew.
But it is less intimidating when the giant explosion goes to engulf the man who created it, as opposed to engulf the enemies.
Well, it's starting to backfire, isn't it? Quite literally.
I will, however, let you make a second intimidate roll for that. Again, I'm going to give you a bonus to it.
Can I look at my spells before I do that? Quick, come on, Pete. Where are my spells? Oh, can I put on a show? So the fire's there, it's going, and can I fire magic missile out of my staff wand thing I've made with duct tape?
Yeah.
Burning hand with the other one so it looks like my hand's on fire and start shooting fireworks in the air with magic missile? It's almost like a production in Hollywood.
Well, first of all,
There's too many things going on at the same time.
you've just had to dodge the fireball. And like I said, you've got to make the intimidate check.
Hold on, the dog's humping me. Get off me. Harley, off. Thank you.
Snuffles, get off.
My partner's got a big Weimaraner. She's a lovely little thing, but she's in season. So she's just I put my foot out and she's humping it. Get off.
All over you. Oh dear.
You are not a sex toy.
Ready. So, sorry.
Your intimidate was very successful. That fireball, you've caused them to retreat.
Yes.
So they are now scarpering. You can still shoot magic missiles at the darkness if you'd like.
Oh, I was just doing it as the spotlights that go in the air and the 21st Century Fox thing. I was just doing to make it look bigger, but it doesn't matter.
There's a big glowing fox. What?
You know the Fox sign, it's 20th Century Fox?
Yes.
And you had those giant spotlights that go in the air. I was thinking more like that, creating some atmosphere more.
20 foxes.
Yeah, I'm going to fire 20 foxes in the air. Pulled by a cart of 15 Pomeranians.
I don't know what this 20th century fox you're talking about is. Is 20th century foxes? Centurion foxes?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Anyway, your intimidation worked fantastically.
Woohoo!
They are scarpering.
Awesome.
So, the rest of you act accordingly.
I am... What's the word where you're not really in awe, but you are kind of afraid and...
Dumbfounded?
Yeah, dumbfounded. Yeah, I'm aghast.
You've turned into a ghast.
For all you Undertale fans, Barlam is WD Gaster.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just standing there saying wow, and I'm jaw dropping.
Much fire! Such goblin! Wow.
Wow.
So Alpheus is really quite looking at the fire and smiles at this. But how far back have they gone? Have they all scarpered entirely, or have
They've scarpered entirely.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Fair enough.
All right.
He's basically compounded 2 different fear effects onto them, so they go from being frightened to like terrified kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And the condition of that is you try to get away from it.
Nope. So much nope.
I walk to the goblin, like behind him, and almost tap him on the shoulder, like, as a congratulatory gesture, but then decide against it because I might catch on fire or explode or...
You retract your hand like, no, I shall save this for another time.
I quietly retract my hand and wait for a moment when he's maybe asleep, and my hand holds a dagger just in case. But I do say that, yeah, that's a lot of fire there.
He saved us.
Yes, with a lot of fire.
That's scary.
He's worth keeping.
Harley, stop humping me. Stop it.
He just wants to have children with your leg. Come on.
It's a she, that's the problem.
That's the weirdest thing that girl dogs hump. Like, are they just mimicking the boys?
I don't know. She just goes nuts and humps me.
Oh well, stay a while and listen.
Stay a while and listen.
They never listen.
So after like the fire calms down, I turn round and go, night, and just go to sleep.
It's still your watch, mate.
Oh shit. Okay. I get straight back up and just sit on the thing and start just looking around like nothing's happened.
I look at the fire entranced for like 5 minutes and then shake my head and go to bed.
Okay. Alpheus goes up to Snork and holds out his fist as if to like bump my fist type deal.
I look at said fist
Bump it.
and I bring out a fist of fire
Oh god.
and say, fire.
Alpheus slowly puts his fist down and goes, I'm going to bed now.
And then it goes out.
Thanks for saving us.
Welcome. I know your bits hurt, dog. There's nothing I can do. Go lie down. Go on.
So Alpheus lies down as a result of that.
Lie down, Alpheus. Lie down, yes.
Okay, so the rest of the night is uneventful. The sheep have gone someplace else instead of hassling you guys.
Good.
So you're able to wake up in the morning, do your usual thing, and get on the road without any problems. Who will be driving the cart today? And I assume Snork is in his chariot?
I'm being pulled by the Burmese mountain dog. What, did we give him a name?
Okay, and who's driving the
I can drive the main wagon.
Okie doke.
So, remember, you already rolled for your random encounters last session, so
Cool.
you don't need to roll that, but the 2 people who are driving, so Snork and Barlan, could you make perception checks, please, as you're driving along the road, having a jolly old time. The weather is actually fairly nice today.
Thing is, right, it's a new day now, so I'm going to quickly just say my spells just to get out of the way.
Okay.
Level 0, Spark, Detect Magic, Light Flare. Level 1, Entangle, Thunder Stomp, Snowball. Level 2, Flaming Sphere.
That sounds amazing. I got an 18, by the way.
Yep, Flaming Sphere is a classic. You'll get it next level.
Will I?
Sorcerers get their spells a little bit later than everyone else.
No. But I can use them more, can't I?
Because they don't study. They're lazy.
They're the frat boys of the magic world.
Wow.
Well, man, the cool, bro.
Hey, bruh.
Skip the test tomorrow, bro.
You've got like your Barlams of the world who will be learning through wizardry and be like studying all night for the big test, and you're just up partying.
Is it like Barlam's the small short guy with the glasses who gets his head dunked for doing everyone's homework?
No, I wouldn't start calling Balam that.
Yeah.
I didn't, luckily.
Oh, no, but I would still advise against any thoughts towards that direction. Because he's the cool guy. He's like one of the OG cool guys, those guys who offer the cigarettes.
I'm starting to see my character as Randall from Monsters, Inc.
Am I?
What, Joe?
I just got a text from the food delivery place saying, your food is on its way.
Really?
Yeah.
You should text them back saying, where is it?
Can we get more food for free?
See if you can get more food so it never arrived.
Is it a perpetual food never arriving but always at the destination? It's a food superimposed on the world.
Just send a third of it each way to us.
Yeah.
It'll get here in a week or so.
Get to Tuamas in like a few weeks maybe.
So, anyway, you guys continue along the road. It's like a lovely day. The sun is out. It's still a bit cold because it is late autumn now. But, you know,
Yeah, but fire.
the leaves that aren't like kind of black and twisted are red and orange and lovely.
Can I get some form of sauce that stays eternally burning?
No.
Not at this exact moment in time, but you could probably get one later.
Because I want to get maybe 2 torches so I can have a chariot that's always on fire.
Chariots of Fire, right?
Yeah, exactly. So where are we heading again?
It's about midday at this time. You both see along the road the signs of a campsite that appears to have been fairly much torn apart. The tent has been like kind of torn, the fire has gone out, and you can see bodies dotted around.
I'm just covering my mouth in shock.
That sure looks like a campsite.
That looks ravaged.
Can I check for something?
What would you like to check for?
Oh, it would be knowledge, wouldn't it? To check Arcana, but it's knowledge of Arcana.
That'd be smart, but I don't have any.
Oh, I've got Detect Magic, haven't I?
Yes.
Can I do Detect Magic for like any magical residue?
Ooh.
There is nothing active, but there might be some magic item up ahead. I'm not sure you have the range to fully tell, but you can't see like any big auras of magic like magical monsters or beings lying in wait.
I was aiming for more like the bodies might have been attacked by something magical, so they might still be like the residue of, I don't know, a burning fireball that's attacked it or something. You know what I mean?
No, you can't really tell. I mean, you can go closer and investigate and see what you can see.
Has the gnome gone his separate way by now?
Oh, the gnome went a completely different direction to where you're going.
That's okay then, so he's not going to raise them.
Right.
No, you do see a couple of the blee things, those sheep abominations, dead at the scene of this carnage.
I like the sound of this.
Yeah, Alpheus has gotten down to check it out as well, and he's going to sniff the area to see what he can pick up with perception.
Go for it.
Alright, 13.
Okay, you get a +4 because you're using your nose. I'm going to count all of you in this because you all actually rolled well. You can all tell that this campsite is abandoned. There are dead bodies, freshly dead, like they've only been dead maybe since this morning. There are about 3 dead blee things, and the other blee things are nowhere to be seen.
Does Pete know what a blee thing is?
A blee thing is what they named those sheep.
The abominations. What corpses are there again? Are they just the blee things?
A couple blee things and a couple humanoids.
I am glad they stuck on.
Like the people who were actually at this campsite.
Right. Can I poke one of the humanoids with the end of my staff? Wooden walking stick.
Yes.
Do I need to roll anything?
No, you poke them, they don't move.
Okay. I turn round to the group and say, they're still dead!
Yeah, an astute observation. I tried to ransack the cart further, search for anything interesting.
Okay, well from what you can tell looking around this campsite that these people were merchants, probably travelling between Mutton Chop and Elderspell. So it's an unfortunate fate for them, but since Eldritch Abominations aren't interested in stealing their stuff,
Loot!
there is indeed loot, which means we get to roll on random loot tables.
Okay.
I got a 15.
This is something we haven't done before.
Oh, you know the use magic device on my skills?
Yes.
I haven't got a magic device yet. Would that then become a device when I find an item?
Use magic device is your ability to use magical items that you otherwise shouldn't be able to use. So, say for example, you find a wand of Cure Light Wounds. Cure Light Wounds isn't a sorcerer spell, so you should not be able to use that. So you have to make a use magic device check in order to actually utilize it.
Go back to your demise.
Zun.
So.
Work complete.
Job done. Off I go then. More work.
Oh.
No.
What just happened?
Job done.
Yes.
So, Alpheus is watching Snork and Barlam just go mad.
Yeah. He remembered that he can speak Goblin.
Barlam can speak Elvish.
Can I?
He can speak with Elvis.
Oh.
Can I speak lute?
Yeah, loot, please.
You're fine. You guys are done with whatever. Okay.
Job done.
That's a robberous.
Okay, so these are merchants. Da-da-da.
What are you buying?
What are you selling? What are you selling?
Thomas, roll me a D100, please.
66.
Oh,
Boy!
Boy.
And Ed, can you roll me a D100, please?
no.
Sorry.
No!
No.
this stops now.
Yeah, of course I will. Don't worry. 32.
Yes.
Okay, and Joe, can you roll me a D100, please?
15.
And Pete, can you roll me a D100?
33. Third of what is needed.
Okay, and I've got 2 more D100s here that I need rolling. Who wants to do it?
Me.
I can do it.
Okay, Barlam and Pete, both roll 1.
Well, I've got some shit rolls.
I never roll below 60.
We roll pretty similar to our other rolls as well, mind you.
Barlam will have rolled better. This is why you should just let Barlam do it all.
Yeah, Bob, you can just do all the work for us. We'll just pitch in when needed.
Isn't it already like that, though?
Oh well.
Okay, Barlam, could you roll me another D100, please?
Sure. Oop, sorry.
That was amazing.
Roll a D100, not destroy something.
I closed the door forcefully, more forcefully than I should have.
75's good, though.
Okay, Ed, can you roll a D100, please?
Yes. Hey, 78, that's not bad.
Hey.
Joe, another one, please. Okay.
89.
Ooh. High roller.
Pete, can you roll it? In fact, I need 2 D100 from you, please.
Oh well, this one's the highest one, 49. Harley, can you stop fucking humping me?
No.
Get off!
No.
I can't push her off because each time I push a leg at her, she humps it.
You literally have to deflect curls off of you with a stick.
Oh, you big charmer, you.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm gonna keep you around.
Twermus, can you roll me another 2 D100s, please?
That's called 2D100.
Why does he need to do 2? Does he need to do just 1?
At 70 and a 70. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, 70 and a 70, so that is a...
Nice rounded number.
Yep, I only roll good numbers.
Percentage-wise throughout the game, though, you've rolled generally pretty good.
That I usually don't do that. I usually roll abysmally as a player.
Ooh, that's a good one. Pete, can you roll another 2D100, please?
I shall do just that.
Don't fall to his lies.
Ooh, nice.
96.
Ed, can you roll me a D100, please?
28.
Is that your climaxing noise?
Yes, it is.
Since Pete came around, we have had such a lot more sexuality here.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Dogs humping.
Stop nibbling my foot.
And Joe, can you roll a D100, please? Okay, so as you're looking through the things, there's a lot of bits and bobs like food and various trade goods.
Are we able to keep the food as well?
Some of it you can take. Some of it, like the fresh meats that were being transferred, they have already been eaten. So
No.
the abominations seem to be meat eaters now. Who knew? In fact, there's enough supplies that you guys can get another 10 days worth of rations each.
Sweet.
So that's nice. You also find 3 potions and 3 scrolls. Anyone with spellcraft can check those. And in fact, I'm not even going to bother making you guys roll because you've got all day. You can identify them on the road.
Haven't I got identify items anyway?
You've got a spell identify, I think. but-
Yeah, I think I've got the spell
Anyway,
identify.
the first potion is a potion of reduce person. I'll put that down onto the group loot. We also have a potion of stabilize. That's a useful one because you can use that to stop someone from dying.
Potion of stabilizers. You can put stabilizers on your bike.
And a potion of sanctuary. A sanctuary stops people from being able to attack and also stops them from being attacked.
Huh.
You also find a scroll of magic missile, of pass without a trace, and of lesser restoration. Lesser restoration is the one that I was like, ooh, that's a good one.
Wow.
So what have we found? Stabilize.
A lot of paper.
Stabilize, sanctuary, and reduce person.
What does reduce person do?
It makes you smaller.
Oh,
Ah.
that sounds fun.
So, say for example, Barlam took it, he would become smaller, so he would gain reductions to his strength, but increases to his dexterity and stealth and stuff. You know, quite useful for sneaking.
Cool.
If you took it, you would become even shorter. You'd be very hard
I'd
to
be the
find.
size of a chihuahua.
But you also find amongst the stuff, one of the merchants had a rapier on them, masterwork quality, if anyone wants that.
Ooh.
I could use that.
Well, who was that who said that?
Me! Baller.
Yeah, so Barlam, add that to your character sheet. You've got a masterwork rapier.
Nice.
I actually wrote Masterwork Raper. Right.
Masterwork raper.
So, I had to say that because it's the thing that you think about and then you dismiss it immediately and then you still write it. It's called a Freudian slip.
Yep.
Just wow.
And you find a masterwork full plate armor amongst the stuff that was being transferred to sell. It's It's very high quality armor, and anyone with appraise knows that full plate actually sells quite well, if you want to load that up on your cart or something.
Yeah, I don't think any of us can use it anyway. We're probably going to be selling.
If Elisa were with you, she would grab that up. Yeah. That would have been perfect for her. But also, Barlam, can you roll me 3d6, please? You're the one who rolls highest. As I said, you find 140 gold on the merchant.
That's 25 for each. No, 20. Wait.
Life doesn't work
only
like
25
that.
for 4, and then... No, it doesn't.
35 gold each.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Woohoo!
I was trying to be smart, but I'm not. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so everyone can add 35 gold to their inventory, to their character sheets. I'm gonna add to party loot. Oh, you've still got 100 gold in the group loot.
We can all go for a nice meal.
What did you guys do with that 1,000 gold you were given from Cassie?
1,000 gold?
Yes?
We had 1,000? I don't even remember this.
We must have divided it.
Yeah, I guess we still have it then.
I love yeah, we've got 1,000 gold now.
So 333 for each and 1 extra for someone, because the goblin was not with us when we had it.
I don't get a say on it, it's fine.
Because you were not an intern before we got it.
It was literally the episode before, I guess, then.
What we'll just do for now is we'll put the 1,000 gold into the party fund and we'll distribute it up later.
Okay.
So
Basically, everyone apart from me gets 333.
Yeah.
I'm leaving that all to you, Steve.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
I know.
It's great having someone do the work for us.
Okay, so you've cleared out the campsite. Like I said, there doesn't seem to be any sign of any more trouble, so you are able to continue along your bonny way.
Woohoo!
Okie doke.
So how much gold did we get from the 1,000? Sorry, 333.
Yeah, if you're adding your share of the loot right now, go ahead. Because there's been a lot of faffing around, we haven't done much. I kind of just we'll leave that till off recording time. We'll worry about it then. But if you want to do it now, you can.
370 then.
You can always rely on the rogue to be like, no, we'll sort out the money now.
Yeah. Because otherwise there's going to be accounting trouble.
Okay, you continue on your way. It will take you another half a week to get to Elderspell, but fortunately from your dice rolls, nothing else really happens. You do go past the area where the mage tower is, but you did say that you don't want to stop there, you just want to go straight to Elderspell. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I think so.
So you continue your journey to the city of Elderspell, which you do eventually arrive upon. Elderspell is the centre of all magical learning in the nation of Uldwater. The city isn't nearly as vast as Bathmont, but it isn't small by any means. Its many buildings are generously spaced out with big wide streets. There is a preference for tall buildings, rather similarly to Bathmont, but given how much open space there is, you don't get the feeling that building height is due to a space shortage, but more of a stylistic choice. The towers are all beautifully built, and the largest of them loom over the entire city, able to be seen anywhere no matter your location. Some of the truly ostentatious buildings are built out of marble or precious metals like gold and silver, and in the centre of the city, the largest building, not in height but in volume, is a huge rounded amphitheatre-like building made of a beautiful white polished stone, decorated with banners and hanging tapestries that advertise each of the schools of magic and styles of arcane magic use.
Barlam scoffs at the opulence.
Yes. So, whilst Bathmont is a very metropolitan city in terms of the type of people you see, Elderspell has more folk that you would obviously identify as mages, but there are a lot more oddities going about the place. You see elementals, golems, even tiny cat-sized dragons are coming and going, minding their own business. They are all used to the weird sights around them that they think nothing of it. Snork, you've spent a decent amount of time here, so you do know where most things are. Obviously, the building in the middle is the academy itself, and surrounding it are the main religious buildings associated with the arcane arts, as well as various study halls and workshops for the students.
See, I could have told you all that. I just had this idea then that at some point something's going to happen and we're going to start arguing with you, Steve, and it will turn into the thing like George of the Jungle where you don't argue with the guy and he reverses him.
Okay.
That's a very obscure reference.
I'm not sure why you're making that reference.
Because I was almost breaking the fourth wall by saying, yeah, I could have told you that.
Okay, so...
So he's mad as well. Oh.
I see dead people.
Yeah, in the cemeteries, yeah. Below the ground. Can't you see through ground? So, Goblin.
Yes?
I think. Man, Are you a man?
Yes, I'm male, yeah.
Did you check into your crotch to make sure to yourself that you're a man at the point where I asked you?
Yes, still burning, but not fire.
Right. So, our point here was to gather intel on Kyrat studies, which we found.
Yes, we were to find something that would help clear up
Yes.
the Eldritch Lake and problems.
Yes, and because you said you studied here earlier,
Yes.
you can also help us find a way to a proper person to...
Yes, Arcane University. Very useful.
Yes, so you can actually prove your usefulness here by doing what I just said.
Yes. Which was?
Which is to find someone who know how to extrapolate on, trying to find a word, study more with the studies we got from Kyrat's place in Mutton Castle.
Yes, before we met you, we gathered some notes. We've come here to see if they could be sorted out. If your university is the best place to go, then let's go there.
Yes, it's best of all the land. But what notes you got?
I think because you're a bit of a volatile, burning person, we should really not hand paper to you. Sorry.
Yes.
Do you know why? Because paper burns. And this is the only copy we got.
What language?
I don't know. That's why we came here.
I would love to say I remember, but I don't.
It's written in common. It's not meant to be like a secret.
Oh yeah, it's just Kyrad's notes, which we need to study further with a mage here, or a sage, or coprophage, or any age.
I was just going to say, Barnum, you do have some notes that you stole from the cultists as well, though you don't know what language it's in.
So, do you know any good sages, Goblin?
I do, hopefully.
Oh, really? He's actually genuinely surprised.
Yes, I'm kind of waiting for some help.
Stephen, check your messages.
Secret messaging?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm stalling as well, because I know what's happening. I am a wizard in real life.
Oh, right. Okay.
So who's the actual sage in this place who would be able to help? Did you find a name from your notes, Steve?
Nope. You skipped the tower, which was where my notes were based. So I haven't actually finished the notes for this area.
Do I have any knowledge of any arcane lecturers or people I could...
Of course you do.
You might have, but the DM doesn't have the actor in place. He's not finished with this level in game development terms.
So there's a few bugs.
So we can break the boundaries.
Yeah, exactly. And there's like unfinished buildings and, you know, bugs.
I jump the wall and I steal all the gold and I make all the merchants very unusable.
I killed that one merchant for the katana. That's Dark Souls joke.
I go to Dragonreach and I cheat.
I cheat?
I don't know, I cheated.
You just cheat.
Cheaty Petey.
You cheating bastard.
Can I pull a name out my arse and that could be the wizard?
Yes, please do.
The wizard could. Deckard Bane! He may help you!
No. No, try again.
Record brain? Wow.
I like the sound of this.
Instead of Deckard Cain, it can be Keckard Dane.
I said Deckard Bane.
Those are all awful names.
Oh, Batman, you've come to discuss the arcane secrets!
Oh, the Horaric Cube.
You were born in the Mage Guild! I am the Mage Guild!
You are the actual Mage Guild? Yes. I'm a massive golem the size of a university.
I am a massive building! I have a voice.
Yeah. So this is what happens when you give power to the players, Steve.
Try again.
Try to figure out a name. Conjure a name.
The head of... Oh, I was in a house and
I'm
he's...
softly face palming now.
Oh...
You probably would have been studying evocation, considering your magic.
A name kept cropping up. Old Man Wilkerson.
Oh god, no.
Wilkinson.
That's even worse.
Is that your neighbour in real life? Old Man Wilkerson. Yeah, I used to live down in Badwater from Worcester. I know I did, yeah.
I'm Scruffy. I'm the janitor.
Alright, so the guy's name is...
Barry Trotter.
Yeah, Gerhorn Wilkinson. He's a half-elf who is head of...
I found that he was a half-orc, not half-elf. No,
No,
pissing with you.
he's a half-elf and he's the head of evocation, which is what you were mainly doing.
It's where we take the Mitsubishi Evos to be evocated.
Yes,
So,
he was kind of like your tutor.
is he capable in magical lore, or is he just a fireball guy? Is he the applied physics teacher here?
He was head of area. Get off, dog.
I'm still very in character.
That's Snuffles, yeah.
Snuffles, down, boy, down.
Snuffles whimpers a bit, yeah.
Where can we find this? What was his name? Wilkinson?
Yeah, see, I've forgotten. Gerthorn, is it?
Gerhorn Wilkinson? I grab the nearest mage that passes by, be a young student or not.
Oh, Barlin, books. Big place with books, what called?
Big place with books. The library?
Yes, lots of mages there would help.
She's humping me. Get off!
So, where can we find this library of dog?
It's down hall and it big doors with snakes on.
Snakes?
I thought it would have dogs on.
Why does it have to be snakes?
The library is pretty much opposite to the academy,
Okay.
See, big doors.
so you don't have to be an academy student to use it.
Let's go to a library then.
Let's go. Lead the way.
Duh, duh, duh.
So we run to the library running away from a boulder.
No, we run away from Nazis.
No, we run away from a humping dog.
Help me.
Anyway, Indiana Jones references aside, you do reach the library. It is a building that is bigger than all the others around it, but obviously not as big as the academy itself. What was it you said that it had on it? Some snakes or something? What are you saying, Snork?
It was like the inlay on the door, you know, it just looked pretty full.
Oh, like decorations?
Yeah.
Not actual snakes.
It's got various decorations of mythical creatures, including manticores with snake tails, phoenixes,
Virgins.
all that sort of thing.
I always wondered about manticores. Is it like the essence of manliness? Manticore.
Man to the core.
Yeah,
Yes.
manticore.
Or it could be bantercore.
Oh.
Stab.
I stepped through the door.
Harley, you dare hump my leg again.
You dare hump my leg again?
The humping continues.
Do you take me for a conjurer, cheap tricks?
You take my leg for a brothel?
Maybe.
Maybe. Brothel. I go in at least.
Bro fell.
Okay.
And I grasp the nearest mage before looking at any of the visage inside. Oi!
This not gonna end well.
Hello?
Where's that Gervais Wilkinson?
Gervais.
What, you mean the
The Lord of Invocation or something?
the evocation instructor?
Yes.
This time of day he's probably in the academy.
Where there? I swear to deities. Tell me.
Do we not think to ask the guy for actual, like, information concerning the scrolls? Since like, he may be a head librarian here, and they have lots
Well, no, he's
of
just
books.
grabbed some random mage off of the streets.
No, we already went in.
Yeah.
But I meant there may be a librarian here.
Oh, in the library.
Yeah, you just grabbed some random mage who was just walking past.
Yeah.
You haven't like gone to the counter because you said.
I meant to find one.
Right now you're just talking to some random mage. He's just some scrawny kid with glasses and wizard robes that are a bit too big for him. It's kind of like hand-me-downs.
Ron Weasley, isn't it?
I instinctually grabbed a man like that because I know they'd give the answers the fastest without any harumph. How dare you?
Yes, you dare take me for a wizard? I am a sorcerer.
I don't know where he would be. I'm not a evoker myself, so he would presumably be teaching one of the classes. If you just go into the academy, you can ask at reception.
I mimic him mockingly like, yeah, I didn't study evocation. Where's the guy who'd know?
What are you perceiving?
So I was just going to say, Alvis kind of look around just to see where the desk is.
Oh, it's not far. You basically just grabbed someone right as you were stepping into the place, so you didn't even get as far as the desk, but it's right there in front of you.
Oh.
But yeah, Barlam, you were mocking him?
Do I see any reception or something? This guy's not giving answers.
He told you, go into the reception in the academy. You're at the library right now, not the academy.
The goblin said that we'd find information here.
Yeah, you know, he said you could go read some books or talk to a librarian or something.
Barlam's not used to academia and just drops him. Sorry, just go on.
Yeah, the guy just like runs off. He dropped a couple of his library books when you grabbed him and he doesn't even stop to pick them up. He just runs. You scared the poor lad.
Young people these days, so soft, these kids.
I'd pick up a book and shout, "You dropped your book!"
Did your daddy pay for your uni?
These fucking snowflake millennials. Can't take criticism.
Learn to fire.
Go back to your not evocation studies.
Alpheus is already at the desk by this point and is like, Are you the librarian?
There's a bell, you're not going to press it. Ding, ding, ding.
Ping, ping, ping,
He
ping,
gets
ping.
distracted by bells. He thinks
Yep.
it's food time.
It just immediately, after pinging it a few times, becomes mesmerised by the spell and starts
Drooling.
constantly pressing it.
Oh, God.
I walk to him to wait for any librarians.
Okay, yes, there is a librarian there. Say, young woman, probably in her early 20s, maybe her late teens, probably early 20s. She's got kind of a reddish-brownish long hair, glasses. She's wearing something a bit more fancy than just traditional mage robes, but still very clearly magic-based. And she just looks up at you, smiles, is like, oh, hello, how can I help?
Oh no.
Oh, you again. You, the Snork. Haven't seen you in a while. What are you doing here?
I follow these guys now.
He failed his studies and now we are here.
No, I didn't fail.
Well, I'm glad to see you've made some friends. That's good.
Hey, not as good as becoming a wizard, but it's okay.
An animus. That's good.
Oh, yes, I am an animus, and we are here to gather information on stuff.
Yeah, are you related to Mr. Berkeley, head of conjuration? He's an animus, you know.
Oh, really?
Are there enough animus in the world to consider that racist? Oh, you're all the same. Oh, there's an animus here.
Animuses aren't a natural born race. They kind of come about via magic. It is quite rare, so most people wouldn't know what he is.
Right, I hardly do.
Exactly. So the fact that she knows and there's another animus around, that is something.
I don't know if I'm related to him, but I'd love to find out. Where is he?
Oh, this time of day he's probably over in the gardens of the academy. He teaches conjuration studies. They'll be summoning elemental creatures of nature at this time of day.
Fun!
You now know where the conjuration animus should be this time of day.
Oh my God,
but
yes.
that's kind of not what you're here for.
Snork, what was that wizard's name you were mentioning?
Something Jeffreyson?
Wilco something?
Wilkinson.
Grievous Wilkinson.
Poundland? Wilco's? B&M? Pound Stretcher?
You've probably forgotten, but Professor Poundstretcher was let go of last month.
How?
Oh no! I like Professor Poundstretcher. He was so... I took him for a conjurer of cheap tricks.
Yes, his department got taken over by Professor Poundland.
Are all of the professors named after British high stores?
Just wait till you meet Professor B&M.
Oh my.
Welcome to the Band of Brothers podcast, an actual live play.
Top quality humour here, making reference to British pound stores.
Top kick.
I want to hear about Professor W.H. Smith.
We don't talk about Professor W.H. Smith.
There was a Professor Woolworths. He was here about a decade ago, but he died.
Oh, he went under.
There are some attempts to resurrect him. It's not gone well.
And Professor M&S, well, is a bit too snooty for us.
I saw, when I was in England, a 99p store. Isn't that a...
It's not a pound store, so we can't include it. He's not a part of the professors. He's still doing his academic studies.
Apprentice 99p store.
Oh, well, there were so many shops in England. So many.
There is so many shops, yet there's so many people unemployed.
Yeah.
Professor Argos, well...
What?
Oh.
Please don't talk about Professor Argos. He's an asshole.
What about Professor CEX?
Oh, he's cool, he is, yeah.
Professor Sex.
Sex? No. You don't pronounce that as sex.
That's how it's pronounced. CEX is pronounced sex. They actually call it the sex store.
Basically, a lot of people do call it that, yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
That's the reason why everyone else refers to it as CEX, because it sounds like sex.
Yeah.
And you go, I'm going to go to the sex store. And people would turn around and go,
It's
you
not
what?
pronounced like that. Oh my lord.
Yeah. Quite a lot of people, actually.
Oh, British humour, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, the birthplace of a wonderful language and eloquent people.
His luck went what?
Great timing.
It was.
Yeah.
As I said, yeah, I'm just asking, who was the name of that wizard?
Wainsworth.
Professor Jarvis Wilco's son.
It was like Gernhorn will something.
Gertrude will.
Professor Wilkinson.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the evocation instructor, or one of them.
We have something that requires someone who specialises in evocation to read something for us, if that would not be too much trouble.
Evokers aren't really known for being the most academically minded of people. They're kind of more of your set things on fire type.
Yay! Now, I may be just a goblin, but bear with me, mates. Calm down.
Go on, scouts now.
Do we not need one that can do reedy things better than fire things?
Yes.
Then why do we look at fire things? We need
Because that's
someone
what
who
you
reads.
suggested.
You're the one who brought it up.
Why are we in library then?
Because you need reedy things.
Then speak to librarian, not fire maker.
Okay, my good librarian.
She's looking very confused right now.
I'm just face palming at this moment.
Okay, so it seems like you people are a little confused. I'm guessing you're new here, so shall we start from the beginning?
I'm Snork.
Snork, quieten down.
I know who you are.
Yay.
So, the rest of you, hello, welcome to Elderspell. Must have come here looking for help regarding something arcane. How may I be of service?
I'll translate this to normal people languages.
Please do.
We have papers on which we need further study by a person who knows about
Stuff.
The arcane.
arcane and preferably mutations or transmutation or whatever that is called.
Ah, you'll be wanting Deckard Kane.
No, the Horadric Cube is at hand.
Okay, so yes, you're not going to want to go to Wilkinson unless you plan on picking up some cheap light bulbs. What you need to do...
Light bulbs? What are they?
Hush, adults are talking.
No.
What you're
Yeah.
probably looking for is either one of the transmutation instructors, or maybe just one of the librarian scholars, or even better, one of the law masters.
We don't need a lawmaster because I believe that might be a lot of hassle because it already sounds like a lot of hassle. So maybe.
Well, law masters kind of know everything about everything.
But they
so,
are
you know,
also busy, I imagine.
generally, yes.
Yes, so, cutting to the chase, please direct us to a sage librarian sage, a sagacious librarian, who would be able to teach us on the matters of what we are studying. Preferably now.
Okay, yes, we can do that. Alright, just follow me.
I just leave that book that kid dropped outside on the desk as we leave.
Spoiling that kid.
Alright, Alpheus will take that book.
I slap your hand. Just leave it.
Drop it.
I spark the book.
Don't
No, you
you
don't.
dare.
If you do one fire thing in the library, I will smack you and shoot an arrow through your heart. Again.
No.
Yes.
Alpheus drops the book and follows the librarian.
I'm starting to get good control out of a goblin and a dog. I'm proud of myself.
I feel like I'm babysitting.
Me too. Are we the parents of these two?
You've adopted us.
You merely adopted the goblin. I was born in it. What?
What?
No.
You were born
If this is a family, it's a very wrong family.
It's a thing. We are only missing a mortgage now. And we are proper a nuclear family. A dog, 1.5 cars,
You're living the American dream.
2 kids, 1.5 cars, 1 mortgage, 2 dogs on 1 dog, and a house, a red brick house.
And a chicken for some reason.
Yes. For eggs.
Yeah, free food.
Yeah.
We could live off eggs for the rest of the day. Their lives.
For the day, yes.
The day. It's got to lay pretty fast.
Yeah. So let's follow the
Lady.
No, the lady, but let's follow the obviously sashaying and good-looking librarianess.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, so she will lead you down one of the hallways, and you see there are various doors with like nameplates attached to it, and she comes to one which has the nameplate of Nick Kick, and she'll tap on the door, and she'll be like, hello, do you have a minute, please? The door will open and she'll step through and gesture for you all to follow.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alpheus goes in. But
And the rest of you?
Let's go in.
So you follow into the office. It is a modestly sized space. Having so many people, it is a bit cramped, especially with the lion and wolf being in here. And behind the desk, you see a rather short individual who's wearing a long kind of orange and brown robe, and it's a rat folk. He's got like a long rat head.
Are there absolutely no humans in this world? Seriously?
There are, but humans are boring.
Right.
And also the librarian you were talking to was human.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, right. I thought she was a succubus or something. At least.
No, I didn't comment on her sexual features, which is normally a dead giveaway when it's a succubus or incubus.
Right, I started it.
You can assume she's human. Anyway, this man is a rat folk, and he just looks at you all with his beady little eyes, twitches a bit, and he's like, come on in. Oh, what's going on?
I look at the man.
She just says, these people are looking for a scholar to help them out with something. They're a bit confused, they're new to the city, and I figured if you've got a minute, maybe you could give them a hand. It's like, yes, that's fine. I'll talk to them. You can go now. She's like, okay then, thank you very much. She gives them a little bow and she just walks off. Before she leaves, she just turns to your group. It's like, if there's anything else you need a hand with, just let me know.
okay.
And the first human you've seen for a while disappears.
I look at the rat man and can't keep my eyes off of the twitching snout. Like,
Cool.
I'm staring, just unfazed. Look, what's this?
I suppose introductions are in order?
Hello.
Hello.
I pop my head out from behind everyone because I'm dead small.
It's okay, there's a booster seat. He's in one himself.
Have you always been a rat? I ask him, just out of the blue.
Yes, I've always been a rat. Is that why you're here? You're here to question me on my genealogy?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry for my friend. Where is that paper, Barlam?
I shake my head and hand the papers from the cultist and from the Kyrat's office to Frida.
We have some notes from a druid friend of mine. Well, no, it wasn't from druid. Which one was this again?
What? Wait?
Okay, could you start from the beginning?
Sorry.
Who are you and what do you want?
My name is Frida. I'm a druid.
Nice to meet you, Frida.
Well, the druid I was training under asked me to look into another druid friend of ours near, what was the lake's name?
Oh, Mutton Lake.
Yes, that was it. To look in because he hadn't heard from a friend in quite some time, was concerned. I went to check it out and there seems to be some trouble in the area and we've just been looking into it and we came across a cultist who had some of these papers but we can't read them. We're just seeing if it's connected in any way. And I hand the papers.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So you are associates with a druid who's investigating Mutton Lake, which is now known as the Eldritch Lake because of all the weird stuff going on, and you found some cultists who are connected to the lake.
We don't know.
Do you know what cult they are, what they're doing, what's their thing? Is this connected or separate?
We gave you the papers regarding the cultists.
This is the information we have on them.
He'll look down at the notes, you see his little nose twitch and he kind of furrows his brow.
I shudder.
And he's like, I've never seen this language before. One moment, and he's going to cast a spell of comprehend languages and start reading through them. Okay, so what we have here, there seems to be talking about the lake. They're trying to spread its influence. It's not very well written. There's a lot of kind of mad rambling in there.
Yeah, the cultist we came across, she wasn't very lucid. We had to put her down.
There's a lot of talk about the truth and the Nameless One. They see that phrase mentioned a lot here, the Nameless One and the truth. I don't think they're responsible for the lake, but now that the lake thing is happening, they're doing everything they can to,
Improve it.
spread it. From our perspective, it would be making it worse.
Did you not know about this cult before?
I've not heard of anything, and religious studies aren't my expertise, but I can look into it for you if you'd like. We've got a lot of ancient books books based on various cults and like fake gods and all that's popped up over the years. I can take a look through some of these and see what I find out for some ancient nameless one and the truth and all that. I might be able to find you something.
Thank you so much for your assistance.
That's not a problem. Is there anything else besides this cult?
Do you know who the nameless one is?
A what?
He just said that he's going to look into it.
Oh.
Would you mind leaving these notes here with me and coming back tomorrow? I'll see what I can find out for you.
As I look at his twitching nose, I do get a feeling that maybe this guy is also siding with the cultist because he's mutated clearly. So can I roll insight or sense motive?
Go right ahead.
That's 19.
Ooh, well played.
He is in no way mutated or shady. Rat folk are a race in this world. They don't have their own country, but they have a number of settlements dotted around the world. They mostly keep to themselves, but some venture out for trading purposes. It is rare to see one in a big, mostly human settlement like this, but it's not completely unheard of. I mean, you were at Terra Academia for a while, and that's kind of got all the weirdest and most wonderful types of people there, so you've seen stranger beings.
Yeah, getting back. So what you're saying, according to these papers, these people are not to do with how this started, but they were just taking advantage of a really bad situation.
Yes, I think they've been waiting for something like this to happen, and that tends to be what a lot of these kind of religious nut groups do. They'll find some kind of sign and then they'll start acting like, oh, these stars have aligned, or like Jupiter's waxing over Mercury's anus. You know, they believe all sorts of nonsense and come up with any old excuse. It makes sense that there's some weird magical shenanigans going on, and a cult will leap onto that and go, yep, this is a sign from our god that we should act. It happens.
I'm looking at the rat like he's enacting these funny sentences and whatnot and examples, and I can't believe this creature is an academic, I think. No.
What is it that's so hard to believe? Because he's a rat or because of the way he's speaking?
Both. Anyway, I don't voice my opinions, I just stare. Right, so if we leave these papers to you and leave, where can we stay?
Well, we've got a few ins
And outs.
and shake it all about.
Stop it.
You can find yourself one of those and bunker on down for the night.
Right, I think we'll
Of course, if any of you's part of the academy, you will have your own dorms.
Do I still have that or not?
No, you left. Then again, knowing you probably didn't return your key, so...
There's probably an ecosystem in your room now.
No, there's probably someone else living there and you could just walk in.
You lost your scholarship, don't whinge about it.
Oh yeah, the notes from Kyrad, were we meant to take that to him or have them read here at,
They were supposed to be studied further.
Yeah, what are these notes you're talking about?
I think...
The druid who sent me to Mutton Lake, when I met the druid at Mutton Lake, Kyrad, he asked us to get some notes of his, and he said that it might help contain the spread of corruption around Mutton Lake. And we have these notes, and it might be able to help the situation, but apparently they need further study.
Oh, well, I can take a look at those as well and see what I find out for you.
That would be greatly appreciated, thank you. Barlam, do you have them, or was it?
No, I have the notes.
I had the cultist note.
Yeah, I have Kyrad's notes. Here you go.
Thank you. And I passed
The
them.
happiest I've heard him.
Yep, like proper Mario type thing.
Let's go!
Oh,
Yahoo!
no.
Yeah, woohoo!
So, yeah, Alpheus passes the notes over.
Oh, thank you. He'll start looking through those.
Thank you ever so much for helping us.
Yeah, thank you. I think we are good to go and rest our weary feet now and wait for the studies to study. At least I'm good for that. It's a bit dusty in here.
Yes, I'm good. I suddenly have an urge to send a letter back to an old friend. Tamok!
We have mail couriers in the city, so...
Cool.
Do you have
Well,
female
female
couriers?
co-
Because, you know, male couriers and female couriers. Yeah, not my best line. No.
I thought it was amusing.
It was fun.
Yeah,
Beat me to it.
pretty mediocre.
Mediocre.
Okie doke. Let's get
Ready to rumble.
What's happening?
going. Thank you for this, whoever you knick-knack.
Close enough.
And Alpheus starts leaving.
I leave before Alpheus starts leaving.
Wow.
I've got initiative +7.
Oh, Alpheus finished leaving.
Yeah.
With initiative +1.
Oh.
Yep, Sparlam is first out the door, and the rat's just like, okay, nice meeting you. And
Bye.
just pour over the notes.
We did thank him twice already.
Yeah.
It's not Canada. I insist. No, I insist. No, I insist. No.
Okay.
Okay, so you head out of there and back into the main library area where you see the lovely receptionist who just kind of sees you and smiles and waves.
Hello.
Did you manage to find everything you needed?
Yes, we did indeed.
Yes, thank you ever so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Alpheus starts walking out, but has an unsatiable urge to burn things,
Urge to burn.
but decides not to.
Okay, so you head out onto the streets. Where do you want to go?
It's time to find a courier for my letter. Come, Snuffles, sniff the way forward. So Snuffles sniffs the air with a 18 for perception and goes rigid, his nose pointing in some direction, somewhere forward. What is it, Snuffles? Is it little Timmy? Has he fallen down a well? Snuffles bites Alpheus's hand. Oh, you little wolf of loveliness. Please point the way forward to the male courier or female courier. So Snuffles goes rolling around at the speed of sound. He's got places to go, got to follow his rainbow. He can't stick around, have to keep moving on. Guess what lies ahead? Only one way to find out. So Alpheus runs after him. Just keep on moving ahead. No time for guessing, follow his plan instead. Trusting in what you can see. Take his lead, he'll set you free. Wait, what? So Alpheus follows him, not quite setting him free, but he trusts him, and they don't quite escape from the city. So Alpheus reaches a courier called Quaver, who's dressed in third-hand, maybe fourth-hand robes of an earthy variety that's probably stolen from somewhere, I don't know. But he's got like a wealth of belts on him, and a massive bag. He's clearly the courier. Hello, my good man, I need a letter delivering.
What?
Says Quaver. I need a letter delivering that I kind of wrote whilst I was running on the way here. Hope you understand.
Oh, but I just clocked off. It's the end of the day, sir.
I'm no sir, I'm Alpheus.
Well, Alpheus, it will cost you because you're making me deliver out of hours, you see.
But that doesn't make sense. Just deliver it tomorrow.
No, Alpheus, sir.
Well, that's unbeatable logic, Alpheus says earnestly.
So, as I'm about to head out of town, it will cost you if you want me to take a delivery out of hours, sir.
Fine, what will it be?
Well, I've always fancied some crockery, sir.
So you don't want paying in, like, money or anything?
No, like, wolf-headed crockery would look so good with my crockery set.
Alpheus curses under his breath. Oh, bollocks. Realising that he's handed the piece of wolf-headed crockery that he had to old Abra. Well, is there anything else you want?
Well, not unless you can get me a date with Miss Walkers.
Miss Walkers. Like Walkers. Snuffles starts to go mad at this point, think he's about to go for walkies. No, Snuffles, calm down by the blood of St. Fade, I'll make you calm.
Well, maybe like a love potion or like, I don't know, mistletoe?
Mistletoe, you say? I may have just the thing. Alpheus reaches into his pack and brings out some holly mistletoe, which has been sitting there doing nothing forever.
Oh, perfect, sir. Yes, I can use this to seduce Miss Walkers under the mistletoe.
Sure, you have some weird customs, but I can dig it. Snuffles again goes mad and starts digging on the spot. No, Snuffles, stop digging! This isn't all about you.
Okay, sir, give me the letter and I'll deliver it for you.
So Alpheus passes the letter over, as well as the mistletoe.
Okay, sir, I'll have it delivered as soon as possible.
You have my thanks, you person.
The name's Quaver. I have to go. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, you cheesy fellow. And Alpheus turns around and realises he has no idea where the heck in Elderspell he is. Snuffles! Now you can go mad. Lead the way again. So Snuffles does so. This time with a perception of 3. Okay, so Snuffles leads Alpheus around in the crowd for what seems like ages, until Snuffles starts running off to some familiar faces. Wait up, Snuffles! Alpheus runs after him, and he's brought to a young gangly lad with several other crooked-looking fellows.
Alright, boys. Welcher and Nally's got a lead here. They've gotta be here somewhere. Yeah, I can't wait to give them a pummeling. Simmer down, Alleyway Mac,
he says, just as Snuffles pounces on his face, knocking him straight to the floor. Snuffles, for Greg's sake, what the sausage are you doing? I don't know sausages on the mind. It's just what I thought of first.
Get this dog off of me.
So the one known as Alleyway Mac fights for Snuffles to get off of the one called Walter O'Nally. Greetings, my apologies. Snuffles was just overexcited. We'll be on our way now.
You ain't going anywhere.
Walter O'Nally threatens, being helped up by his thugs, although stops suddenly, realising that Alpheus has a dog head. Well, I know my visage is rather pretty, but you don't have to stare.
You think I'm giving you the eye? I'm not giving you the eye, but I am gonna give you a fist.
Walter O'Nally lunges at Alpheus, just as Alpheus sidesteps, causing Walter to fall straight to the floor. Well, I think we're done here, Snuffles. Come, let's go! So Alpheus rushes off along with Snuffles, leaving the two thugs to help Walter O'Nally up off the floor.
Shall we go after him? Nah, leave them. The ones we want are Barlam and that Paladin Knight scum. But we've been searching for ages. Yeah, but Father really wants me to get them. Otherwise he's gonna cut me off, you see. I need that money. As do we. What was that, Alleyway Mac?
I said I need a wee.
Alright. We'll find somewhere to settle down for the night and you can have your wee. But then in the morning, we find Barlam, you hear?
And they wander off to some inn on the outskirts of Elderspell, probably. Snuffles! Alpheus shouts, take us back to the group. There may be some jerky in it, if you wanted. So Snuffles does so, leading him back to the group, who have clearly been doing nothing but smoking on the street. Except Frida, who's just told everyone off for something, probably.
There's an inn, right there you can walk to. It's called the Witch's Cauldron.
Oh, could it not be called the Inn?
No. And Alpheus, you mentioned wanting to go talk to another animus.
Yes.
The inn sounds pretty good, said the random old man who's near us. Who are you? I do not know, he starts speaking to himself.
Let's get in the inn.
Goodbye, random old man.
Ta-ta for now.
Wow.
Yeah, these people are so nice here.
That was a good encounter. What experience do we get from that?
Yeah.
Hey, if you look, Barlam didn't insult him.
Huh. Do we get double experience for that?
Yeah, that must be like a first.
Miracles happen.
Did you say something? You see the old man walk into the inn.
Okay, so we all walk into the inn and yeah.
Yeah, okay. The inn is...
Oh, you're back. Hello.
Yeah.
I am the innkeeper as well.
Oh, bugger off.
No, the inn is a decent-sized inn. The tavern area that you walk to has plenty of tables. The lights are all not lit by candles or torches. They're all like magical lights that are kind of floating around. So it's actually better illuminated than most taverns you go to.
There's a band of bards in the corner playing.
Better yet, the instruments are playing themselves.
Oh, it's ghostly bards.
So there's basically a bunch of instruments that are playing themselves over the stage, like floating and playing and all that. So it's got a good atmosphere of music.
So ostentatious.
Nice.
The drinks are plenty, the barmaids are busty, and there's plenty of meat for the dogs.
I thought you were going to say barmaids then.
Are the barmaids also busted from doing drugs or, other crimes?
Busted.
No. So you're able to get yourself a table, food and drink, get yourself rooms, and I guess we're going to leave it there.
Also, one final thing before I leave. What is a dog that is trying to seek divine help?
Divine help?
Yeah.
Well, what is a dog that is trying to seek divine help?
A boon hound.
That's actually pretty good. Okay, so with that high level of comedy that you have come to expect from us here at Band of Bothers, an actual play Pathfinder podcast.
You almost did D&D. Shame.
I did.
No.
I've been listening to too many other D&D podcasts.
Oh, snap.
It's all different flavours for different folks. I chose Pathfinder because 1, I know it well enough that I can run it, and 2, it is so customizable for characters. You can pretty much make any character to do anything. I like that in a game.
But also very daunting for newbies.
Indeed, which is why I help the newbies out.
Right,
Try and
thank
make it
you
as easy as possible.
for the game.
Anyway, so thank you everyone for playing, and thank you everyone for listening. So from me, so I'll say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye all!
Dear Tamok, how are you? These months of falling leaves have brought Frida and I to lands anew. Following our road trip with you, where bugbears were felled and cider was protected, your good pal Alpheus, that's me, made it to Bathmont by boat. We became the best of friends with a grump called Barlam, and I even licked the cheek of a half-orc called Eliso, making us doge and wife. She sadly left us when we reached Castle Mutton, but not before helping save the life of Snuffles from some hot bush action. That was a hard time. We were attacked by squirrels and all sorts, including something that we've called a bleething, a mutated sheep that flies. I hope your area is just stuck with squirrels, and not the demonic kind either. Because of that incident, Snuffles and I have kind of been on and off as buddies, a situation that only feels exacerbated by the nightmares I continue to have of my past life. We also met a strange diplomat at Castle Mutton, of the name Cassandra Noctura. She seemed nice enough. Still, we continue to make friends, this time with a goblin called Snork. He's okay, he likes fire. Our travels have brought us to Elderspell, a city full of weird little dragon cats, but I'm sure they won't eat any rat folk such as herself, or even the scholar ratman we met called Knick-Knack, or was it Nick-Kick? I don't remember. He's agreed to help us translate some old notes we found from some cultists at Mutton Castle, in our quest to aid Druid Kyrad in ridding Mutton Lake, and the land in general, of mutated creatures. We're due to catch up with Knick-Knack in the morning, but seeing his twitching nose reminded me of your happy cider-filled cheeks. So I decided to write you a letter. This will be waiting for you on your next trip to Finnegand, so I hope you don't mind the correspondence. After all, if my farmland keeper Digby taught me how to write, I figured it best I use it to send some random letters to you. Hoping you're well and that no lionesses have eaten you. Kindest regards, your loving doge friend Alpheus. P.S. What's your favourite colour? Mine's doggy colour. Bonjour, je m'appelle Edgar, here for some post-podcast credits. Oh my goodness, please ignore that. Starting off, we have Bing Bang Bong by Dave James and Keith Beauvais, as well as Jazz Funk by Stefsax Awel. Then in chronological order, we have Jazz in Paris by Meteorite Productions, Devastation and Revenge by Kevin MacLeod, Dawn of Wonders by Adrian von Ziegler, then Medieval Anthem from Fantasy Dream by Peter Crowley, Teller of the Tales by Kevin MacLeod, Marwan Nimra, Zypheer's Canyon by Natentine, Silent Partner by Chances, and finally Alpheus's Letter, Dear Friends, originally from Final Fantasy V by Nobuo Uematsu, played here by Myujic Taktteil and uploaded by Yujin Imanishi. The S-Effects are by the Guild of Ambience, the MSSoundeffects, and some by myself. Most tracks are free to use or have had a payment for usage, although some fall under a Creative Commons CC BY NC ND license. Steve, seduce me with your sexy final words.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to the Band of Brothers podcast. If you enjoyed the show and want to be really awesome, please leave a review to let others know how much you enjoyed it. We're still a really small podcast, so this will help us get noticed by more people and help us grow. You can also spread the love by tweeting about us using the Band of Brothers hashtag, and let all your followers know about how awesome or stupid you think we are. Fun fact, I am really bad at coming up with names for the NPC characters, so if anyone leaves a review or tweets about us using that hashtag, I'll be sure to name an NPC after you, so that way you too can be a part of this game. If you'd like to message us directly about either Band of Bothers or Charisma Check, please email us at bandofbotherspodcast@gmail.com. That's bandofbotherspodcast@gmail.com, all one word. You can also find us on most forms of social media under the name Band of Bothers or Band of Bothers Podcast. Links will be in the description for the episode. So from me and the rest of the Band of Bothers cast, thank you for listening and goodbye.